Oh, good. Yay. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay, guys, we're going to get started. For those of you that haven't seen a call yet or know who I am, I'm Nikki Haben. I'm the Partnerships Director for Riverbend Food Bank, and we've been doing these monthly calls to engage with our partners and get your feedback and give you some information from the food bank, information that we want to pass on, whether it's policies or things that we need from you or things that you need from us. And today we just wanted to take some time to celebrate 2025. It was a long year. It was a fruitful year. There was some curveballs given to us, but we just wanted an opportunity to give you some information of highlights from the food bank, but then we want to open it up at the end to see what highlights you also had. So we do plan on keeping this to 30 minutes, just some highlights and get you on your way so you can enjoy this holiday season. So with that, we're going to get started. Let's see if this slideshow will work for me. Here's our agenda. I got a thumbs up from Rachel, so that's always a good thing when the IT lady gives you a thumbs up. So, okay, our agenda, we're going to do just our breakdown that we do at every meeting, share some highlights, and then hear from you. Okay, guys, here's the updated spreadsheet of our hunger relief partners with all the work that has taken place over this year. We did have some adjustments made to the number of our hunger relief partners. So you can see that there's the breakdown of everybody, every agency, every program that we serve in our 23 counties. We have 409 current hunger relief partners, covering 18 counties in Illinois and 5 counties in Iowa. So thank you for representing your agency, and just know that some of this information that we share on this meeting might be directed at you, but if it's not, it is at least information that you can take home regarding what we do here at Riverbend. So our 2025 year in review. Big round of applause that over 20 million pounds of food was distributed out of Riverbend and through your agencies this year in 2025. 20 million pounds of food.
Yay.
Yay.
That's
Feel
awesome.
free to unmute yourself and cheer or send some responses up, but this is all due to your hard work. So we wanted to share what that final number looked like, and thank you for getting 20 million pounds of food distributed, which equates to 15.5 million meals in the 23 counties. Look at all the hearts. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Thank you all for making that happen. Here's a really fun note that I just learned yesterday as well. Of the food that was distributed, 30% of that food distributed was fresh produce, which is amazing. That is, such a high priority to get that fresh produce out into the neighbors' hands. So thank you for that. Thank you for ordering it, and thank you for distributing it. That produce is a tough one, obviously, because it doesn't last long like that shelf-stable food. So thank you for getting that out the door and into their hands. All right, moving on. As you know, we have a Small But Mighty Partnerships team, and with those 409 hunger relief partners, we're asked by Feeding America to visit you in person at least once every 2 years. That's our goal. I would love to report to you that this year, the Small But Mighty Partnerships team made 313 in-person visits to the 409 hunger relief partners that we have. So 3/4 of them received a visit this year. So if you are not one of those 313, you will definitely be getting a call from Jared or Danielle. I'm assuming sometime in the next 6 months. We are definitely going to see you this year. And of course, if you want to see us sooner than later, all you have to do is contact Jared or Danielle and say, hey, I'd love to have a visit from you. Can we schedule something? And they would be more than happy to come meet with you in person. So thank you guys for being so welcoming to the team and showing us around and showing us the amazing work that you're doing and letting us know what we're doing right, as well as what we can improve on. It's such a collaboration, and we really appreciate you opening your doors to us. Thank you. Okay, volunteers. So we wanted to report on the volunteer hours that we had here. And actually, let me go through these slides really quickly. This is for North Park, the South Park Pantry, anything with the St. Stephen's branch, our Davenport warehouse, when we have volunteers come in to help us in the warehouse, and we have volunteer drivers at Davenport. So these are the hours that we track as an agency, and so happy to report that the volunteer hours this year was 11,836 hours. And if you put a monetary amount on that, that's over $280,000 worth of volunteer hours that the community stepped up and gave to Riverbend this year. And again, that's just for the 5 branches that I've listed at the top. That does not count any volunteer hours that you had at your individual pantry site. So I can't even fathom what that number would be like if we actually added in all of the hours from all 409 hunger relief partners. But I guess the point is we have an amazing community who's willing to step up. So thank you for treating those volunteers as good as you do, and making them feel welcome and letting them know that they're making an impact and a difference in the community as well. So yay on volunteers. We definitely would not be around without them. Okay, Healthy Kids Iowa. It's worth giving another shout out because it took up June, July, and August of our time here. So just a recap on where we ended with Healthy Kids Iowa. We collaborated with 22 hunger relief partners on the Iowa side to deliver these meal kits to eligible students aged 4 to 18 throughout the summer months when they were not receiving their breakfast and lunches through the school system. We ended up serving 6,500 individual children in the 5 counties that we cover in Iowa. And of course, some of those children received more than one allotment, depending on if they received one in June, July, and August, or a combination of those months. But we had over 12,600 kits that were distributed with $40 worth of food in each kit. And that's $40 worth of food at Riverbend value. And you know how much we can stretch that dollar. So you can imagine what $40 in every box looked like for these kids and their families. So kudos to those 22 hunger relief partners that stepped forward to help us through those months. It was a huge time crunch and a lot of extra work, but we did it. So thank you for that. The Feel Good Fridge program, we've been promoting this pretty heavily and got some numbers that we wanted to share with you. And please keep in mind that this is still open. If you are needing a stand-up fridge or a freezer, just let us know. We will get you that interest form. And I'm telling you, it is very easy to fill out and get the delivery. It's super easy. So please, if you need a fridge or a freezer, let us know. Just in the last six-ish months, we were able to work with 25 different partners and the Feel Good program to get 20 freezers and 26 refrigerators delivered out to them. So 46 units out to 25 partners. And at the end of this call, if you were one of those partners that received one of these donations from Whirlpool, we would love to have you get on and give a shout out to Whirlpool and let us know how this donation made a difference to you and your program. So yay Whirlpool. Student Hunger Drive. And actually right over my shoulder is Jana. Do you want to report out on this?
You're welcome to.
Well, you did this. This is all you. It's up to you.
Go for it.
Okay. Jana and the whole Riverbend team, of course, we completed the 39th annual Student Hunger Drive with 16
high schools.
16 high schools. And it was record breaking. It was a record breaking year for a 39th year. And so happy to report out. And Jana, I'm going to totally, even though you don't want to, I'm going to drag you in on this because you deserve it. A grand total of 3,038,599 meals were collected. Was that just the students? No, we actually added in another piece to this year called the Million Meals Match. Jana, do you want?
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
You go for it.
You bet. We challenged our business and community partners to come alongside the students and raise enough money to match that 1,000,000 meals. And they definitely met that match and exceeded it. It was a wonderful, wonderful year this year, and I can't wait to see what we can do next year.
Totally put her on the spot. So again, I mean, the students were set with a goal of 1,000,000 meals. The community was set with matching that 1,000,000 meals, and we ended up with over 3,000,000 meals. So definitely a huge success. And like Jana said, can't wait to see what the 40th year brings. All right, Jana deserves some hearts or claps on that one.
Oh, thank you.
From the reaction. There we go. Yay! I love it. I love it.
Yay.
Love the participation. Yay! Somebody came
Good
off
job.
mute too. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Nicole for a news and media update. You want to just take my computer? Or do you want to come over? Okay. Whatever works. Here, I'll get up and you take. Do I do the switching or you keep switching? It's right here. Okay.
Hi, Nicole Lauer, Communications and Marketing Strategist. Just wanted to give a quick update about the news we achieved this year. I have been here since July. We have issued, or I've updated the online section for our news website to include most recent releases and 2 editorials that were published by Chris Ford in the Quad City Times. There are 11 releases now available, and I will keep that moving. The goal is to keep our partners, our community, and our media informed of Riverbend Food Bank happenings. Thank you for all of you who have participated in media requests or worked with media in other ways. I think that covers what I was looking for. Sharing some December news mentions as well. We had a blurb on the front page of the Quad City Times for the Chicago Pears donation. Gretchen Teskey is a reporter at the Quad City Times. She's done some great coverage for Riverbend Food Bank over the last several months, including during the shutdown and the SNAP freeze. She has a nice video that you can click on here of her volunteering in the warehouse, shining a light on what our volunteers do. And I will be releasing a year-end review photo series with captions of some information that we have published over the year. I have tracked 125 news mentions since starting here in July. A lot of that is related to Student Hunger Drive, 1,000,000 Meals Match, the federal shutdown, and the SNAP freeze. We have achieved a lot during this time, and the goal is to keep that moving. I think that's my last slide. If I go back one, oh, thank you for all the hearts. My email is at the bottom of this slide. I would love for you all to submit story ideas or photos. Not everything gets published, but I would be happy to hear from you at any time. We are also looking for some photos of your pantry sites. If you would like to submit anything, I'd be happy to have them. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Nicole. Oh, you got some claps too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna need your help here. Nope, I did it. Oh, I think I got it back. Okay, you guys see my update screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, just some updates to share from the partnerships team. You can see in that picture off to the right, there's some beverage/produce coolers that we received as a donation. And I believe there are 10 of them and they are up for grabs. So they are in our Davenport warehouse. We are looking to find them a good home. This is one of the benefits of attending this live because these are going to be first come, first served. So I would recommend reaching out to Jared/Danielle if you are interested in one of these coolers. And if there's a particular one that you're interested in from the picture, we can try to put your name on that item. But we do have these available. And this is a little bit different than the Whirlpool where you're just getting the standing residential type fridges and freezers. These are more of these open glass beverage produce coolers. So if you have an interest in them, I would suggest sending an email as soon as you can to Jared and Danielle. We will do our best to get that to you. So we've got that. Vivery, if you've received a call here in the last couple of months from a volunteer who's trying to help everyone get their Vivery profile claimed, please answer and do what you can to get them the information so they can get your Vivery profile updated on our website with the most up-to-date current information and all of the perks that your agency might have that we want to share with our clients. And I just am reminding you about this because if you see a random call come in or somebody leaving a message telling you they're a volunteer trying to help you with Vivery, it's legit. We're really trying to help you get set up. So please do what you can to get back with that volunteer to get your profile claimed. Paperwork. You might have been getting an email from me here in the last couple of days asking for some paperwork that we do not have on file that we need to have on file for you. My apologies, the team's apologies if it's paperwork that you had sent in and for some reason it didn't get into your file, but I'm sending you what items we still need to get into your file. So if it's a matter of resending it or first time filling it out and getting it to us, we would really appreciate to have all of this wrapped up before January 15th. It's requirements that come from Feeding America, from the state, from Riverbend. We really have to have all of this paperwork on file. So helping us get this caught up would be very much appreciated. Last but certainly not least, we have the free food. If you remember from last month, we told you that because of the shutdown, because of SNAP being temporarily halted, both states, Iowa and Illinois, as well as some community leaders have really stepped up to get money into the hands of Riverbend for the purpose of turning that around and getting food back out to our pantries so we can feed people that need it, because the lines that we're seeing are, as you know, are longer and there's more need for the food. So Riverbend was able to take in these donations, turn it around with the top items that are needed at a pantry, and then give it back to you 100% free. No maintenance fee, no purchase. It's 100% free food that you should be seeing on the ordering screen that started a couple weeks ago. And as long as that money lasts and as long as Gretchen and her team can get the food purchased and into the warehouse, you will continue to see it on the ordering screen. So please take advantage of it. If you have any questions at all about the order, don't forget, we've got that email dedicated for orders and for delivery. The email is orders@riverbendfoodbank.org. And maybe Rachel can put that in the chat log for us. So if you have any questions at all, of course, you can always email me, Jared, Danielle, but the quickest way to get a response on a question about your delivery or an order is to send it right to that orders@riverbendfoodbank.org and then just copy us so we can make sure it gets done. But don't forget to add that into the email. So free food. I mean, like, seriously, let's take advantage of this. Stock up your pantries, get the food out to the people that need it. Don't worry about, what's the word? Limiting what you give out. We have food and we want to get it into your hands. So please, if you have any questions on what those items look like in the ordering screen, just let us know. Okay, that was a lot of information. Let's open it up for questions and then we can go on to opening it up for your successes. But what questions do you have for the Riverbend team?
I'm new to this. What is Vivery?
Excellent question. Excellent question. So all of our pantry partners, all of our agencies that we partner with, your information is on our website. So if a client is needing food, they can go to the Riverbend website. They click on Find a Pantry. They put in either their address or their zip code, and then it shows them all of the pantries that are in a radius of where they are. Okay, so if you're a pantry partner of ours, you're on our website, and it's on there through Vivery. That's like the name of the system that we use to get your information on our website, Vivery. Here's what we're doing. Vivery's there, and if you're a partner, your name, your address, your hours of operation, all the basics, they're on there. What we're trying to do is boost that information that's on there. So if you are wheelchair accessible, we want our clients to know that. If you have air conditioning, if you have ample parking, if you have a picture of the door that they should enter into, you can put that on there. It's all that information. Thank you. Did you just pull that up? Thank you. It's all that extra information that we want to get on there to really make that client experience one of getting them what they need, and one of dignity, so they know where they're going, they feel comfortable entering. So Rachel pulled up what that looks like, what a site would look like. So that's what Vivery is. You're all on our website through Vivery. We're trying to boost the Vivery information. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
That was an excellent question. Thank you. Any other questions?
Do very many people have problems with their guests not having transportation?
Good question. Would anybody care to
So
respond?
it happens everywhere. Yes, there's some people that aren't able to move around. I'm Santa, by the way. Jared Kittle, partnerships manager, one of the half. But seriously, so with that, we use proxies. And so you'll fill out the form, and then the individual will say that they are allowed to pick up for them. So they will give their account or their name. The proxy will come. The proxy will sign the form with their name and their address, verifying that they're able to pick up for this individual, and they're able to drop it off that way. But yes, to answer the question, in that way, we see a bunch of that across the board at our pantries. There's not a whole lot of services right now, though, that do like the delivery system. We have wonderful volunteers throughout our service area that will do it when they can, but we don't really have anything in place for that currently for us.
Okay.
So that's a really good example of what Vivery can do. If a pantry does provide that service of delivery or window pickup or whatever, they can put that on there. So when the client goes on and knows that they need a delivery, they can search for a pantry that has that option. So that's a great question. If there's not any other questions, let's move into the fun part of the celebrations. Oh, sure.
I'm looking for ways to identify the USDA food so we can label it appropriately.
I'm not sure if Gretchen's on this call yet or not, or,
I can answer.
okay, Rachel's gonna answer that one for us.
I'll just pop over here real quick. So there are a couple different ways to do it, but your partnership manager can share one of our templates with you. My favorite way to do this so that it's discreet, but it's also that people can notice it in an easy way, is by using our Apple system. We have little cards that you can write down the product number, or the product of what it is, use it on your shelves. And or just it says USDA on a little apple. That way, if you have families that don't qualify for the TFAP items but are there for food, you can just say, hey, our state food has an income requirement that you don't meet. Usually they're over, but we have lots of other food. Just refrain from taking the ones with an apple. And or if somebody asks what it is, like what the little apple is, you can just say that. Just notifies our state food, so they can keep them separate as well. And it's just a little bit discreet for that other option of when we have families who might make above the TFAP requirement, so that we can serve both.
I can send you that USDA postage. Here, sorry.
So Danielle will send that to you.
Yes,
Does that
I will.
work? And actually, maybe we can put that in the email I can send out with the recap. I can attach that so everybody can see what we're talking about.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Awesome. Good questions. Okay, you can either do questions or you can do a celebration. Let's hear from somebody that's got something fantastic that happened at their pantry sometime in 2025, whether it was receiving fridges, freezers, expanding. What you got?
We had a member of our community ask what they could do to help, and we told them that we were spending more money than we were taking in per month. And she put out on Facebook, and we received several donations, which were a big plus because we didn't want to, get really in financial problems. So that really worked out great. And now she's going to set up a thing where those that want to directly deposit to our savings account that we opened for that program so that we can continue to take in donations.
Terrific. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else have any feel-good moments from the tough times that we faced the last couple months? Kathleen?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to share a couple things. One being, after you guys, Riverbend, had on the news sharing your buying power compared to the average person's buying power, it really made a big difference for us out in our area because we had many people coming in saying, I understand what you're saying, because I think, you get people that want to donate food because that feels good, taking the food. But when they saw just that huge difference of what your buying power and what the money will do, I think that was that seemed to be a big plus. So I wanted to feed that back to you guys.
Yay, thanks, Kathy. Our marketing lady, Nicole, is clapping over in the corner.
I have to give Nicole a shout out on that because I think, Nicole, correct me if I'm wrong, that was a spur of the moment decision that you just decided to do that in that moment for that live feed day. So great thinking, great quick thinking.
Thanks for that feedback, Kathy. Anybody want to share that they received a fridge or a freezer from Whirlpool? Anne?
Yes, we did at St. Luke's in Dubuque. We were so happy because then we were able to have more produce and refrigerator space to keep food safe, or freezer space. So we were very, very appreciative of receiving that refreezer.
Did you find the process easy to maneuver?
It was. We had a couple times where they were going to come, but they didn't, and then they did, but it worked out just fine in the end, and it was just excellent. Very well received.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Don't forget, if you're in the market to receive one of these free fridges or refrigerators, they will take away your old one as well. They'll haul it away, which is a huge perk as well. Josie?
We received a freezer, and it replaced a freezer that had actually got us a bad mark from the health department. So that was really awesome. The guys that came were fantastic. They had to take off part of the door to get it in, but they did. And they were awesome. And we appreciate the freezer from Whirlpool. So thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
Jared, for
Josie.
letting us know about it.
Thanks,
No
Josie.
problem.
And
Thanks for
another
sharing,
thing,
Josie.
you're welcome. Another thing, you were talking about how donations increased. Our numbers increased in November and December quite a bit, but our community came through not only with money, but with food. And you'll notice on the reports for November and December, and I don't have them right now, and my memory is not the best that it used to be, but our food donations were awesome. And so was the financial support that was given to us, not only by civic organizations, but also service organizations, businesses.
Thanks, Josie. Thank
You're
you for that.
welcome.
All right, let's do Amy and then we'll wrap up because I want to be respectful of your time.
Hi, friends. I just wanted, I'm sorry, I'm at my house today. I'm packing up. I'm moving tomorrow. But I did want to say hi and just say we received 3 fridges and 3 freezers at the YWCA. So it was quite a bit. That helped us make our conversion from a choice or a box model pantry to a choice model pantry. So it was a huge help as we made that change. And if you are in the market for those fridges and freezers, it was easy, painless, and we had them in, I want to say, like less than 2 weeks. So just a huge thumbs up to that. And thanks to the team for an awesome year.
Thanks, Amy. Appreciate that. We heard from her.
Oh,
Yep. I think, yeah, yep. Anybody else? And otherwise, if not, we'll wrap it up with a message from Santa and his elf.
I love that.
And if you do have more questions or whatever, please feel free to put it in the chat and we'll get back to you. But otherwise, we'll wrap up with Danielle and Santa.
So I just want to say thank you, Amy, by the way. I love my suit too. It's comfy. So I just want to genuinely, sincerely say thank you to all of our hunger relief partners. It has been so eye-opening. Sorry, it's been so eye-opening getting to come to your space and just see the wonderful work that you're doing and seeing the response from our neighbors that are coming. There's so many wonderful, it's cool to see the relationships that have developed of people coming to the pantry and you guys making them feel seen and heard and valued and making what could be a potentially, humiliating experience for people. And you guys just make them feel at home. It's cool to see. It's cool to see the inside jokes. I've seen pantry coordinators, get on a knee and hug kids coming in because they're excited to see them. I've seen pantry coordinators have inside jokes with people. I've seen people mourn with people in the pantry as I go and visit. It's just beautiful, and genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you're doing and making a huge difference in these people's lives. We couldn't do without you, literally. So thanks.
Yeah, I second that. And I feel like that needs to be documented and put in memories. And I'm kind of following up what Nicole said. If you want to send little video clips, stories, newspaper clippings, sometimes we have a few directors that'll send us newspaper clippings of, look, our food pantry was in the local news. But it would be very important for us just to have all of those. Maybe we could start putting them in a book, and that builds that partnership. Those memories are there. And going to food pantries where I come in and it's my first time ever seeing them because I've only ever talked on the phone, and I get a hug from a director at the food pantry. It's pretty special. And you guys really do work so hard, and I love being a part of it. And I just want to say, keep up what you're doing. Please send us those pictures, the videos. I would like to just, like I said, start a book and have those memories there for all of us to see. Have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank you, everybody. We will send out this recording. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you feed your community. We really appreciate you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy 2026, happy anything that you celebrate with your family and friends and your loved ones. Thank you from the team.